following video features scenes of strong zombie violence and gore, and maybe a little bit of partial nudity. Oh yeah, and we say fuck a lot. It's the Big Daddy D. It's April 20th and we are here at the Leeds Zombie Film Festival. We're going to watch 12 hours of blood-splattered, gore-tastic action, 6 zombie movies picked by the guys who played Marlon and Paddy in Emmerdale, aka Dom and Paddy, as Dominic and Mark, as the mums probably call them. So I'm here with my zombie enthusiast Pete, who's holding the camera just now. And there's Ian over there, who's somewhat camera shy, so we won't film him. So, let's get ourselves in and chop on some brains.
The first film that the lads picked out for us for the evening was Night of the Living Dead, the original and still a monster best. Loosely based on I Am Legend by Richard Matheson and filmed entirely in black and white on a shoestring budget, this was Romero's first feature film, having only made several short films before. Compared to modern horror, it's hard to imagine that it was strongly criticised for its graphic content. Described at the time as being,
in a mere 90 minutes, this horror film cast serious aspersions on the integrity and social responsibility of its Pittsburgh-based makers, raising serious doubts about the moral health of film goers, that's you, who cheerfully not quite so cheerful. Who cheerfully opt for this unrelieved orgy of sadism. Brilliant. We cheerfully opted for this. Alright. It's worth pointing out you could probably show this film during the day now, how things have changed.
The film has been tampered with over the years. It's been chopped about and re-released with scenes added and taken away. It's been dubbed, colourised, it's been remade twice, once in 1990, which wasn't too bad, and an appalling 3D movie remake in 2006 that came with 2 pairs of 3D glasses, presumably so that no one had to watch this crap on their own.
The one that we've just watched at the festival now is the Millennium Edition. This is widely seen as being the closest to the original. It's got the original soundtrack and the editing has been blessed by George Romero himself. So if you've seen the movie before but not this version, then you really do owe it to yourself to see it as the great director wanted. The editing of the movie remains as grim as ever, but you wouldn't want it any other way as far as I'm concerned. This is the granddaddy of the modern monster movie, and it's a must-see.
Really good. Really good.
But it's in black and white, shouldn't put anyone off then.
Sets the precedent for all zombie films.
I don't think that your ass is killing.
Yes.
That's only the first film, mate. There's another 5 to go.
Yes, it is.
Up next, Re-Animator. Now, before the film started, Dominic and Mark were kind enough to give us the following warning.
Oh, I must warn you that this film has excessive female nudity.
Hey!
Even the girls are cheering! Even the girls are cheering! It's literally the best night of my life. And the old Willie.
Re-Animator is the first of 3 films in the Re-Animator series, the others being Bride of Re-Animator and Beyond Re-Animator, all starring the brilliant Jeffrey Combs as Dr. Herbert West, who has found the key to eternal life, or so he thinks. West enrolls in a medical school where he plans to continue his work on the reanimation of dead tissue, which he was working on previously with Dr. Hans Gruber, before the good doctor met an untimely and somewhat messy end. West's first day at school sees him getting royally pissed off by head surgeon and Al Pacino lookalike Dr. Cal Hill, who he also claims stole from Gruber's original work. West also befriends Dan Kane, a promising young student whose life will never be the same again. Herbert's experiments start off slowly and somewhat unsuccessfully, including an attempt to reanimate Kane's dead cat. But pretty soon our two junior doctors are reanimating corpses from the university's morgue. Fast forward to plenty of lunacy and entrails, and we also find as well that Dr. Hill has been decapitated for trying to steal West's work. But worry not, as West foolishly reanimates both pieces of the Doctor for plenty more blood-soaked action. The decapitation of Dr. Carl Hill also seems to have turned him into an even bigger pervert than what he was when he was alive. Just check this scene out.
So Re-Animator's got the usual conceit of the drippy scientist who's the real villain of the piece, because he's the one who's going around reanimating all the dead corpses. Re-Animator invented the horror genre upon its release in 1985, and it really does revel in its gore-tastic reputation. A combination that's frankly unmatched. We've got a lovely blend of mad scientists, black comedy, quite a bit of female nudity, I don't know if you might have noticed that, and some fantastically original gore.
An absolute perfect film to be showing at a film festival like this.
Pete, I want your body. I want your body. Put my brain in your body. Get away from me, Big Daddy D.
The final film before the intermission break was classic horror Zombie Flesh Eaters, a zombie fan favourite. The film begins when a famous scientist's sailboat floats into a New York harbour. When the Coast Guard examine the apparently empty ship, they're attacked by a fat bastard yellow-fleshed zombie. Then, with stupidity rarely seen outside of Scooby-Doo, the missing scientist's daughter teams up with a young reporter and they set off to trace her lost father. Now, a lot of us have often pondered on the question, who would win in a fight between a zombie and a shark? Well, Zombie Flesh Eaters quite helpfully answers that question for you. The clear winner is in fact a zombie. But surely that would make the shark a zombie shark. And seeing as they're already flesh eaters, they'd really fancy biting into some fat-ass tourists then, wouldn't they? The fight between the zombie and the shark is witnessed by one of the female characters in the film, who for some strange reason decides to go scuba diving, wearing nothing but a pair of goggles and some dental floss. Well, it looks like dental floss, may as well be, with it that's covering up her ass. In fact, it's funny enough that out of the 4 female characters in this, 2 of them get naked and get the tits out, and they get killed shortly afterwards. If you're in a zombie movie, ladies, keep the paps covered up. Anyway, upon arriving on a Caribbean island, they find that the place is overrun by voyeuristic voodoo zombies. And they're having a right easy time of it, seeing as all the women are such crap, docile victims. Whenever a zombie starts coming towards them, they either just stand there screaming, or they stand there like with the mouth gaping wide open, you know. Did you ever sort of think about running away? Get the fuck out of there before you get your throat ripped open. Oh, too late. Like Night of the Living Dead, Zombie Flesh Eaters was scorned for being too bloody and too strong for its audiences at the time. The movie remained banned in its uncut form until 2005, when it was finally passed in its entirety, including the infamous eye trauma scene. Ow, 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 fucking ow! Doesn't matter how many times I watch that scene, it still gets my toes curling every single time. If you're going to start watching zombie movies, this has to be on the must-see list somewhere. Although Pete wasn't too keen on it with the amount of gore. Pete, tell us what you thought of the film.
I've not seen that one before. There's probably a reason for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't so good, so...
You weren't too keen on Zombie Flesh Eaters?
No, but I've seen all the rest of the 3 and I know they're really good, so...
Yeah, one of the things that impressed me about Zombie Flesh Eaters was the attention to detail, all the flesh hanging off the face, all the blood dripping out of the mouth, you know, bones and worms crawling out of the eye sockets, lovely stuff. I do notice that the zombies are somewhat picky in that, only taking 1 or 2 bites out of their chosen victims before moving on to the next one. I mean, for crying out loud, do they know that there's people starving in the third world?
Johnny's in fact,